Hello my dear students, how are you all of you? So I think fine. So welcome to Sri Basava Public School Ilkal. So today we start new aspect in the atoms and molecules, that is ions. Okay, so are you ready for learning? Are you happy? Okay, fine. So ions. So ions means here charged particles are called ions. Those are having positive ion and negative ion. Clear? So positive ion is saying cation and negative ions are calling anion. So let's start that definition of ions. Compounds containing metals and non-metals. Compounds containing metals and non-metals elements. So these containing charged particles. These are containing charged particles. Those charged particles are called ions. Here compounds are made up of two or more elements. Those are the metals and non-metals. And these metals and non-metals are having charged particles. So you should say that these are the ions. There are two kinds of ions are there, positive ions and negative ions. Let's see. An ion is a charged particle having positive or negative charge. A positively charged ion is called cation and a negatively charged ion is called anion. So cation means positive and anion means what here? Negative. So is it clear? So how many kinds are there? Ions? Two kinds. Those are the positive ion and next one is the negative ion. If positive charge of the ions are called cation and the negatively charged ions are called anion. Okay. So now here next we will discuss the important point is valency. So what do you mean by valency? Valency means here the combining capacity of an element. So we observe that monovalency, divalency, trivalency, tetravalency, pentavalency are there. So monovalence means single, divalency means 2, trivalency means 3, tetra means 4 and penta means what here? 5. So like that we have studied so about the valency. So what is the valency here? The combining capacity of an element. So here one element to the another element they are combining in the form of compound. So that time they have capacity, combining capacity by their valency. Okay. Some common ions and their valencies are given here. So here valency are 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 3 like that here observe. And first one is valency 1, name of the ion sodium or element, symbol is Na plus. So Na plus has written in the symbol, so the plus is indicating that cation and having that 1 valency. So without writing number, only plus has written in the symbol, it shows that monovalency or single. Clear? And next potassium 1 valency, then their symbol is K plus. Silver is having 1 valency, their symbol is Ag plus, and copper is having 1 valency and we may write Cu plus. And next you go to the magnesium. So magnesium is 2 valency and we can write it Mg2 plus, and calcium has 2 valency, we may write symbol Ca2 plus. So here 2 is indicating the valency of an element, and zinc has 2 valency, you may write in the symbolically Zn2 plus. So almost all metals, so metals are having the positively charged and the non-metals are having negatively charged elements. And next here copper is there 2, that is here also giving the 2, 1 copper 1 valency also is there and 2 valency also is there. And next aluminum is having 3 valency, we may write symbolically Al3 plus. So clear, these are all examples are related to the metals. And next here, name of the ion, hydrogen, and their symbol is H plus, sorry, H minus, and hydride is there, H minus, chlorine is there or chloride, Cl minus, bromide, Br minus, iodide, I minus, and the next oxide is O2, and nitrate is N3. So here minus we are writing. Only minus sign written in the symbol, that shows that monovalency. 2 are there means that is the divalency. 3 are there means trivalency. So it is the writing method of valency in the elements. And name of the ion, ammonia, it is in the compound state, NH4 minus, hydroxide OH minus, nitrate NO3 minus. So hydrogen carbonate HCO3 minus, carbonate CO2 2 minus, sulfate SO3 2 minus, sulfate SO4 3 minus, phosphate PO4 minus. So these are the examples of the valencies having elements of metals, non-metals, and also compounds. Okay. So what do you mean by ions are? What do you mean by ions here? Ions are the charged particles of positive and negative, cation and anion. So is it clear? Fine. Next slide. So now we are following the next aspect is writing chemical formulae. Writing chemical formulae. So formula is the singular form, formula is the plural word. So here we are following 4 rules are there to write the chemical formulae. So write the symbols or formula of the elements or ions so that symbol of the metal or positive ion is on the left side of the left side. So for example, here sodium chloride is there. So sodium Na you should be write in left side because it has positive, and Cl as a negative you write in right side. Symbol or formula of the non-metal or negative ion is on the right side. For example, NaCl, correct? So Na is written, it is a metal, positive. Cl is the non-metal, we are written in the negative. So Na is the left side of the formula, Cl is the right side of the formula. So clear? One more example, you see, CaCl2 is there, calcium chloride. Calcium is the metal, we have written in the left side. Cl is the non-metal, we are written in the right side. Ca plus is there, Cl minus is there. So this is the first rule of writing formulae. And second point is write the valencies of the elements or ions below the elements or ion. See, many elements are there. So each elements are having their valency or each elements are having their ions. So that valencies you should be right below the elements. Here given one example, HCl is there. What is the name of HCl here? Hydrochloric acid or hydrogen chloride. So hydrogen has one valency, chlorine has one valency. When you cross with each other, then it forms that HCl. Okay. And next one more is there. Hydrogen valency is 1, sulfur valency is 2. We have written in the below of the element H1, S2. When you cross here these two valencies, so it becomes that H2 and S1. This is the one of the method, writing along with their valency or ions which are written in the below of the elements. And next cross over the valency of the combining ions. Just I said here. One more example you take here. Magnesium chloride is there. So Mg is having 2 valency in their outermost orbit. So chlorine has only one valency. So when you cross with each other and it forms that MgCl2. Okay, and the next one is polyatomic ion should be enclosed in bracket before writing the formula. So some elements or some ions are more than 5, you may write in the bracket. For example, CaOH twice is there, CaOH twice. So CaOH twice, how you will write Ca in the bracket OH, complete the bracket, down you will write 2. So this is the polyatomic ions should be enclosed in bracket before writing the formula. So let's see the examples of writing chemical formulae. So just I told that here hydrogen chloride, next one is the hydrogen sulfide, magnesium chloride. Now you see carbon tetrachloride is there, carbon tetrachloride. So carbon valency is 4, we are written down. Chlorine valency is 1. When you cross with each other, it becomes that CCl4. C means what here? Carbon. And chlorine, how many valency it has? 4. Then we are naming that carbon tetrachloride. Okay. So we can see other examples also. Now fifth one, formula of calcium oxide. So calcium valency is 2, we are written in the down. Oxygen having how many valency? 2. So both are in the common factor, you will write that CaO. Otherwise you may write Ca2O2. So you take that common factor between the calcium and oxygen are same valency, then take outside, write like this CaO. Okay. And next sixth one is the formula of aluminium oxide. So aluminium has 3 valency, oxygen has 2 valency. When you cross with each other, it forms Al2O3. And the seventh one is sodium nitrate. Sodium valency is 1 and nitrate valency is also 1. So nitrate formula is NO3. Already it is in the compound state. Then you may write NaNO3. Okay, 1 is the common. And next one is the formula of calcium hydroxide. So calcium is 2 valency, OH is 1 valency. When you cross with each other, it becomes CaOH twice. You are written in the bracket. And next ninth one is sodium carbonate is there. Sodium carbonate means what here? So here Na is 1 and carbonate is 2. You may write Na2CO3, not visible. And next ammonium sulfate, NH4SO4. So here NH4 has 4 and SO4 is also 4. You may write it NH4SO4. So these are the examples of writing chemical formulae. So is it clear? Okay. Next we will discuss molecular mass or formula unit mass. Okay. So in the previous class I told you, you purchase the modern periodic table. In that periodic table, given that atomic number, atomic mass number, symbol, electron configuration, and whether it is a cation or an anion, how many valency it has, every period will give all the properties of each element. Okay. Now you see molecular mass or formula unit mass. The molecular mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule of the substance. Okay. So now here molecular mass or formula unit mass. The molecular mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule of the substance. So, molecules means what here? You know that the group of atoms are nothing but molecule. So, each atoms are having their mass, atomic mass. So, all these together it is having molecule mass. Okay. Molecule mass is expressed in atomic mass unit, that is U. For example, molecular mass of water. So, the formula of water is H2O. Then atomic mass of hydrogen is here 1 unit. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16 unit. Molecular mass of H2O is equal to. So, you may write. So, how many atom of hydrogens are there here? 2. 2 into 1 means 2 is the atom number and atomic mass number 1, plus oxygen is having atomic mass 16 and how many atoms? 1. So, here 2 plus 16 is equal to 18 units. So, you can understand next one, nitric acid HNO3. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 unit, atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 unit, atomic mass of oxygen is equal to 16 unit. So, their formula or molecular mass of HNO3 is 1 into 1, nothing but 1. Next 1 into 14, how many nitrogens are there? 1. And the next molecular mass of nitrogen is 14, 1 into 14, 14, 1 plus 14. Plus how many oxygens are there here? 3, their atomic mass number is 16. So, we can write it 1 plus 14 plus 16 into 3 is equal to 1 plus 14 plus 16, 3 is a 48, total it is equal to 63 unit. Okay. Now, you see here mole concept. Mole means it has that number of atoms. A mole of a substance is that amount of the substance which containing the same number of particles, same number. What are those? Atoms or molecules or ions. So, that are present in 12 gram of carbon, 12. So, in the atom mass or atomic mass number, that time we have studied that about the carbon is a specific value, we have taken 1 by 12th. The number of particles means atoms present in 12 gram of carbon is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 n. So, this number is called Avogadro number or Avogadro constant. A mole represents two things. It represents a definite number of particles, those are the atoms, molecules or ions equal to the 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23, and it represents a definite mass of a substance equal to the gram atomic mass of an element or the gram molecular mass of a compound. So, now you see gram atomic mass of an element is its atomic mass expressed in the grams. For example, gram atomic mass of oxygen is equal to O2, that is 2 into 16 or 16 into 2 is equal to 32 gram. You choose there or if identify how many atoms of elements are there in the compound or in the element or molecules. Gram molecular mass of a compound is its molecular masses expressed in gram. Gram molecular mass of water is H2O. So, 1 into 2 plus 16 is equal to 2 plus 16 is equal to 18 gram. So, here the relationship between number of moles N, mass M, molar mass M, number of atoms or molecules N and Avogadro number NO. So, therefore, we may writing N is equal to M by M, N is equal to N by NO or M is equal to N into NO or M is equal to M divided by N. So, these are the formula we can use to identifying the mole concept. So, here the end of this chapter. So, thank you my dear students, Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. So, you can follow. practice well. So read thoroughly, complete all the classwork, take hygienic food. So once again, thank you, my dear students.